Hi, Zizaran here with another video, and this is another Farm Talk. If you're new to Farm Talk, it's basically a casual Discord call with a friend of mine while we're talking about PoE, and today I'm joined by Karn. I'm going to be farming some like Ritual and Breach, trying to find King of the Mist. And yeah, Karn is joining me for a call. We are going to talk about the amazing state of Melee and how happy Karn is about Melee.
Oh my god. Yeah, I love Melee.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's amazing, dude. It's the best.
that's good, so nothing needs to change then. Armor is fine.
Yeah, no, that's no, okay. No, all right. Melee right now, man. There's a lot of things that just don't make sense. That just need to change.
Yeah, so I just had my first experience with Melee. And yeah, it was pretty frustrating. Like it wasn't even the damage, it was just the clunk for me. Like the perfect strike. Like honestly, I hope you had the same experience, so I'm not alone. But the most mold inducing thing for me was perfect strike. Like when I got ragdolled or moved by a boss or anything, it just misses and I'm like, "Oh, okay, excellent."
I didn't have that problem because I mostly used Perfect Strike for doing heavy stuns. Because all you needed is like one or two of those, and the boss died. So, but
Right. Oh, so you
I
did
mean,
it
yeah,
while the boss was stunned, or?
yeah, like heavy stun and Infernal Cry, Perfect Strike, and usually that kill
Right.
bosses. And
That
like,
makes
because
sense.
like that was one of the problems. You would not be able to get any damage in while leveling unless the boss was stunned. If the boss is not stunned, you just take damage. You get pushed around, whatever. You have to dodge stuff, so you didn't have really good damage over time. Like most abilities, you could not get them off if the boss was not stunned. Perfect Strike was one of them.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, for sure. That was like for me, I was just getting ragdolled around and I was like, I'm just not having fun. Um
Yeah, that's a massive problem the entire time, man. It gets worse. It gets worse.
yeah. And I also felt like just like having any sort of semblance of clear speed compared to like obviously I don't think you haven't played casters yet, right?
No. I've been Warrior Prison because I want to
Warrior
get a level
Prison.
100.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like oh my god, what a build to get level 100 with. I don't know how you
I
clear.
mean, my build is fine right now. My build is okay. The problem is like they nerfed it because Warrior had good clear and that was unacceptable, so they decided to stop that instantly. But aside of that, it would have been fine if they didn't do that. But
Yeah.
like now, it's like it's still fine. It's still like okay. Like I still think it's decent clear. That's not the problem. The problem is defense and yeah, it's mostly defense actually. Defense and
Yeah.
speed. The clear is fine.
Yeah, so I don't really have any experience with endgame armor. So I used armor during the campaign, and during the campaign it felt pretty good. So tell me a little bit about your experience with armor like late game,
Oh
because
my
I didn't
god.
get to experience that.
So day one, I started modding about armor. Day
Yeah.
one, because I was like, this does not make sense. Like I have 10k armor, whatever, and I'm getting like destroyed. Like when I noticed that it didn't work is the heat proofing node. That's the one that applies 25% of your armor to fire damage,
Ah,
and I got destroyed by some fire damage. I was like, what? I was like, oh, this should be like near fire immunity, basically against small fire hits. Like, well,
yeah.
how do you die to this? And I was like, okay, something is not right. And then I tested some more stuff, and I was like, armor definitely has something wrong going on. So yeah, it is really bad. I don't think it's my theory was like either heat proofing node does not work or armor does not work properly. It turned out that it was armor, so yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah.
Armor is
Yeah, because
feels worthless.
I've heard that you even like ditched a chest piece, basically.
Yeah, yeah, that was not even a meme. Like I did it as a meme first, and I was like, wait a second, no, that's not a meme. That's actually better. So I had an armor. My armor was like what? I don't know, 900 armor. Like well, technically it gave me about 901k flat armor before scaling, and like 400 life total when I put it on. And I just removed it to gain like 6% MS, whatever, 8%, and I was like, yeah, okay, this is better. So why would I? I don't know why armors. Not only the stat itself does not do that much, but you lose like a ton of move speed.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. So I just ditched it and as a meme. Eventually, I put down a fox shade because if I don't have a chest, might as well have a fox shade on.
Damn, that's frustrating.
Yeah.
So what are the main things you need changed on melee?
They need to stop with all the forced clunk. There's no. I don't know. Like I know they want the warrior to be this maces to be this archetype, this type of characters where you hit once, hit hard type of thing, but that does not work if you need, there needs to be a distinction between attack speed and action speed. Like performing your actions should not be slow,
Yeah.
but you should be disincentivized from scaling attack speed. For example, slams in Harvest League when they got added, it worked exactly like this, where you could have more attack speed if you wanted to, but that did nothing for your damage, because if you
Yeah.
didn't have exerts, you did no damage anyway.
Right.
So you would get attack speed as a quality of life stat, where you get your attacks off faster and the build plays more smoothly. But right now it's just like reduced attack speed everywhere. The skills themselves have 80% of base. They have attack speed penalties on them, multiplicative. They have added base attack time. All these things need to go, in my opinion, because all it does is make the class feel very clunky and play very bad, especially in a game like this where. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised you're not wearing a cloak of flame, by the way.
Because physical damage is not what kills you. If you wear a cloak of flame, you make your character weaker.
Oh.
Because you having more HP is just better.
Right.
Because cloak of flame only helps against fizz, and fizz is not the danger. The danger
Yeah.
is all the elemental damage, all the undeath explosion, which by the way we're gonna get to, because that's also a big problem for.
Are you doing block?
Yeah, of course, it's unplayable without block.
Block is like the strongest thing. So like, first I was thinking like, wow, ES is gonna get nerfed so hard. But now the more I play on ES, I was like, not even ES is in a good spot. I feel like the only thing that's in a good spot is block. We have like so little defense.
No.
Life and armor is just like criminally in a bad spot. But like I'm playing
evasion is the best.
Huh?
Evasion is the best.
Yes, but that does have a little bit of the same issue as armor with there's like accurate monsters. So suddenly you just get bursted down.
How is it like they can miss or something? I think there is some mobs like this that can miss. I'm not 100% sure though.
So I think
Is that
some
the thing?
things have rest through technique. So I haven't played that much myself. I've just heard like that's what I've seen other people talking about. I've since I'm SF hardcore, I've been sticking to high energy shield and block. But I tried a character with 8,000 energy shield and then 16k with Grim Feast. That was really squishy until I got block. Even with 37 block, it's like a world of difference.
Yeah. I had that problem too. Like day one, because you can't put on a shield. The Giant's Blood is another problem. Like I couldn't put on a shield because I didn't have Giant's Blood, and without the shield, I got to like what I was in tier 11 maps. As soon as I got around red maps, it was unplayable, completely unplayable.
Yeah.
You would have a pack of quill boars. The thing that the crabs? No, what are they exactly?
Yeah.
They just shoot
Yeah.
you know what I mean, right?
Oh,
These guys.
It's like the second or third most dangerous thing in the game. Yeah.
Well, no. Well, I mean, wait. Yeah, when you don't have block or evasion,
Yeah.
like now they're without block or evasion, they're impossible on melee because you have to get close to them, and you have a firing squad of like I don't know, like 15 of them just peppering you. You have to play like it was so bad. You just roll in between attacks, try to not get hit. If you got hit by a few of them, got stunned, like you could die. It was awful. It reminded me of that gauntlet where Alk played the 100% damage gauntlet and Alk played Helix. That's what it looked like.
I think you jinxed me because that's like the second monster I see in my map now is the crab things.
Hold on, I'll see if I see them. I'm watching.
Those and the swamp hag, I like have a strong disdain for. Oh, they're both here.
Hold on.
The swamp hag and the like quill thing is here. I'm gonna stop talking about monsters. They're just adding them to my maps.
Yeah, all the ranged monsters were impossible to deal with without block. Impossible.
Yeah.
It was a pure nightmare. But like with block, they don't do anything. Once you have block,
yeah, block is really nice right now. I hope we get a lot more forms of defense.
Yeah, like there's no ways to get more max hit. Actual like make you think your character actually have higher max hit right now. So yeah, you get more HP, you get a bunch of ES, but I mean getting more HP is insanely hard. And armor doesn't do anything. Yeah, but I do think evasion is better though, because with evasion you don't get stunned.
Yeah.
Like stun build up maps, for example, they're impossible to do on block because you just can't move.
I definitely think evasion's better too, and I was going to, so I'm making an artillery ballistic character, and on that I was gonna go really high evasion, really high energy shield, because I can't get block. I think evasion will basically solve the same thing as block does. But I'm very worried about like accurate monsters.
There's also you can get acrobatics on evasion. And for block the equivalent, you have to be Warbringer.
True.
That is a problem. Like evasion gets Warbringer for free, but for evasion.
Yeah,
Oh, not for free, but not
for those that don't know what acrobatics does or what the Warbringer like turtle node does in PoE2, normally you can't evade or block a AoE. But with either of those, like the Warbringer node or acrobatics, you can. So it's extremely strong.
yeah. Like that is the main danger in maps right now. Is on death effects, all these AoE, these bottom monsters have like really dangerous AoE attacks. Like all this DD, there is the casters that drop a fire comet on you. These are dangerous too. This AoE.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Uh,
dangerous things.
yeah, all the undeath effects, which doesn't help with melee by the way, because
Yeah, how often do you die
I,
right now?
I don't really die.
Okay.
I don't die. But I mean that's because I am like I'm not the average warrior. My
Yeah.
character is not the average warrior. I have like 5.4k life,
Oh
like 200
wow.
ES. If I want to, I can play with like 6.2k life, but yeah, it's not like
Did you
yeah.
consider
Normally,
just slapping on a Ghost Wraith?
uh, the problem with the Ghost Wraith, no, because I have Mortis Invictus and Warrior Invictus. That's just too good.
Okay.
I was gonna do the Aziri helmet. I've been trying really hard. That's why I farmed for that helmet for the
Ah.
chest. I'll put the Aziri helmet because then that's just free. Just get off your life. You get more ES and you
Yeah.
don't really sacrifice that much. The problem is you don't get enough. It's really hard to fix the stats. I managed to, but you don't get enough recovery for it because you don't have enough ink to get high level Green Feast.
Yeah. Yeah, tributes have been a bit of a pain.
Yeah, like all these problems, like you basically need Astromantis, otherwise you can't do these things. on Warrior.
Astromantis is very nice. I'm currently trying to get one because I want to do Handle with Summon Action Artillery
Yeah,
Ballista.
yeah, I know, same, but they don't. Like stellar amulets don't drop.
It's like Mage Blood.
Yeah.
PoE2 Mage Blood. So are you 99 already?
No, I'm 98, and 98 looks like a 100-hour level, honestly. To go like
Yeah.
9, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Damn. That's crazy. So do
And
you
the worst
like,
part is because
I was just gonna say,
go
do you
ahead,
like
what?
how long it is?
I like how long it is. I just don't like the rest.
Yeah.
Like the Atlas is a massive pain in the ass. You have to micromanage so many things. Like you do 3-4 maps, and then you have to check where you go next. Which maps you do first, which maps you do to get to the tower, to make sure you juice up the right maps, and then you do those maps. It's like, and most of the time you're just running like Augury and like Mire and all that stuff. It's just so bad. Like most of it, I think 3 maps out of 4 are just a bad map, and you just hit your life. What are you doing?
Yep.
It's I hate it. Like I think it would be fine if I had to do all this management. If at least most of the time I'm running like maps that are enjoyable to run. But like right now, it's just most of them you just hate your life. It's like running Myers, Auguries, Val factories and stuff to get to, because you don't want to run the good maps on your way to the towers. You want to save them until you have to get all the towers. That and you can't sustain 16s, so like most of the time you're doing level 80 maps.
16s
pretty
are
much.
hard to get.
Yeah, like you can't sustain the Val orbs, and even when you have 16, you want to save them for good maps. So like most of the time you're just running G15s with maybe +1. Most of the time with +1, so
Yeah.
level 80 zones.
Yeah, how much
But
XP do you get in an 80?
you don't get XP, man. Like I
Right.
think yesterday I mapped for like I don't know, maybe a couple hours. I had like 1% an hour or something XP.
Oh wow. How long do you
Yeah,
think it's gonna take you then in SSF to get level 100?
I don't know. I think it's another month, honestly. It's looking like another month.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's bad.
To be fair, maybe you'll get
Especially
a buff
because
before then. Like that's a long time. There's a
yeah,
things.
that's the thing. Yeah, Warrior might get buff, but the problem is like I expect a nerf. Actually, I don't expect a buff. I expect a nerf.
Oh shit.
Because okay, this is a crazy part about melee, Warrior and melee. The crazy part is a lot of the things that makes Warrior on this stat right now, like this power level and whatever you have on Warrior now, a lot of it was unintended. Most of it was unintended. Like there's 2 patches, they nerf Warrior twice because there's things that didn't work the way they intended to. And there's still more stuff they don't know about that I'm never gonna say, that I'm not gonna talk about. You won't hear it from me. What is unintended right now? But there's stuff unintended that makes Warrior better than it should be.
Okay.
You won't hear it from me. And I think that if they know that, it's getting nerfed again, dude.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's scary
So like,
card.
yeah, you think melee is bad? You think warrior is bad? Well, it's better than it's supposed to be.
Damn. Okay. I mean, to be fair, it probably is a good thing to tell them so that it gets fixed early and then they can buff accordingly early too. Like it is early access,
Listen,
so.
listen. First. I want to finish with this class first, and then I'll tell them. Once I'm done, I'm never gonna touch it again. I'll let them do what they want to it.
She. All right. All right.
I don't know. Some they probably know, but I don't know if they know everything. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, they've had a good Christmas holiday. I hope.
Yeah.
It's been fun though. I've been like, have you been enjoying the game at least?
Yeah, it's like it's a Dota type of thing. It's like Dota.
Oh
You know
no.
what I mean? You know
I know
instantly what I
exactly
mean.
what you mean, but oh no.
It's like I like the game. I'm having fun, but I also hate it because I'm running Ogre and Mire and Val Factory like 75% of the time. I can't take it anymore, man. And then also being War doesn't help because you can't run damage mods. One damage mod is all you can take. You take two, you're dead.
Oh
Two
wow.
damage mods is almost guaranteed death.
That's really funny.
Even one, I noticed it.
I
Yeah.
was saying, just before this call, I was like, do you know what? I don't mind running damage mods. I can have lots of damage mods. I don't want any resist mods because I just want to shock and electrocute everything.
Yeah, it is kind of the same. I mean, I really don't want to run like basically anything because it feels like maps with no mods. That's what Warrior is like. Fine. Like if I do maps with no mods, like like 82 tier 18s with no mods, no damage mod, no tank mod, it's fine. But if there is one damage mod, then suddenly you're yeah, and one tank mod also can be a problem because the way the clear works on what I'm playing right now, which I'm pretty sure is the best way to clear maps, is you play Stampede with armor explosion and devastate support. So you just break the armor, you heavy stun. Because of devastate, it breaks the armor, and when the armor is broken, it procs armor explosion.
Okay.
That's the thing they nerfed that used to chain. So like you would, for example, you do a breach, you stampede, you would armor explosion attack, and then the armor explosion could break armor that would also armor explosion. So you would chain off the entire breach.
Right.
And that's what they nerfed. Yeah, it was so fun to play. It was so fun to do breaches with this. And
So you actually
now
had
it doesn't
good
do that
clear.
anymore. Yeah, you actually had insane clear. It was so nice.
Oh. Yeah, because
But now that doesn't
the
work.
melee I was playing was the Quinn build with like Bleeding Night Hammer of the Gods, and I was using like the Molten Strike like ability to prime the target, and then I was using Bone Shatter to like finish, and that had like a AOE ability.
Yeah. Actually, that's actually one of the things that I wanted to play. Honestly, when I first looked at all the ascendancy, I was like, "Oh, Blood Mage, Bleeding Knight or Blood Mage with Hammer of the God sounds pretty nice." I want to
Yeah,
do something like
a
this.
very low clear
I did-
speed, but other than that, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably do the same thing that I'm doing for. Actually, no, you need to be Titan for that, so maybe not.
Yeah,
But yeah. But
and
see,
like
okay, so that's part of the problem. So you said you do use Bone Shadow, you stun the stuff, and then you drop your hammer and do the big dam, right?
yeah,
Well, see, that's one of the problems is that does not work well against Ubers, against Pinnacles.
yeah,
Like stun build up is really bad, and stun duration is really bad.
yeah. How
So
many
like
have you done all the bosses or?
everything that I could do, yeah. I did tier 4 Zest, like a bunch. I farmed tier 4 Zest for a while now, and I did Arbiter 2 because that's all the Stone Citadels I got, and I
Damn,
did
that's
Oroth
crazy.
1. Yeah, I had like 13 frags of the other Citadels, and I was missing, and I had 0 of the third one, so I couldn't do more. I couldn't do
Yeah,
more
I'm
Arbiters.
currently a little bit in the same boat on Hardcore if I'm missing a few more fragments. I've only done level 1, so I need level 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Killing him was very anticlimactic. I kind of just like froze him and one-shot him, so that was a bit.
Well, yeah, I mean, I kind of the first time I think I just instantly died because he did the wave thing. I had no idea what was happening. I was mid-roll. He started the phase. Yes, because he flies in the air,
Yeah.
and it looked like he was gonna slam me or something. I'm like, I don't know. It looks like super slam or something. So I just roll,
Well,
and then he starts the waves. But then I'm mid-roll, so by the time I recover from my roll, I'm dead.
I don't know exactly because I start the fight, I freeze him, and then he just sort of groans a bit and then dies.
Yeah, I mean, see, that's the thing. Like freeze is a lot better than stun.
Yeah,
Also, you
freeze
can freeze
is
and stun.
insane.
Yeah. Like
He
stunning
literally
takes a
just
lot of effort.
resubscribed
It's really
for
difficult. You
92
get one
months.
off and that's it. Maybe.
Yeah.
So they need to do something about stun.
Yeah. So like, if you could, like, what are all the main changes you would want right now?
Fix stun. Make stunning. Makes maces actually stun better because right now they're not even the best at stunning. I'm pretty sure.
No, probably not.
Make stun last a lot longer, or at least make it so that maces have a big bonus to duration to stuns. Because right
Yeah.
now you stun, you barely have time. You don't have time to do your stuff. Because you stun, you need to seismic cry, you need to infernal cry, and then you cast your hammer, which is slow to attack, and then there is a delay. And
Yep.
usually the boss is already like halfway to the map at this point.
I agree. One mana
So-
left was actually saying, he was like, only maces should be able to stun. Like, you can still have like freeze and stuff, but like the actual like stun build up bar should be like melee only, or maybe they should get like a 2 or 3x duration increase. It's not a bad idea either.
Yeah. There definitely needs to be, because right now it's supposed to be the stun thing. Like it's literally what it's hit hard, stun the thing.
Yeah,
And then
I
you
stun
can't
a
do
lot
anything.
more with my fire arsonist than with melee.
Yeah, that's a problem, So there's that. They need to fix speed, like stop all the clunk. I think there's too much forced clunk just for the sake of it. And
Yeah, so I
that doesn't
heard
really.
Stampede can apparently like ricochet you off the monster and just send you in a
Dude,
random
oh
direction.
my god! Oh, don't get me started on this one. Oh
Yeah,
my
please
god!
do, because I
This,
stopped pretty
this is
fast.
part of what makes my experience miserable right now. It's insane. Like you would. That's why you just have to run these Myers and these ogres and stuff, and you cannot stampede through anything. You're a Titan, right? You're a Titan. Pretty in good shape. I would say of a hulking form, right? It's a fucking node. It's a node that says hulking form. You have the giant of bloods running through your veins, and when you stampede as that giant thing, you get stuck by Quillboar or spider or fucking cat. I don't know. You can't go through anything.
Meow.
One single spider in the hallway will stop you. There's nothing you can do about it. Sometimes you even get bounced off. You get bounced off the map. Like, it's like you just charge in a direction, then it's like you're playing a pinball. You're literally a pinball. Like, I can't. It's making me lose my mind, man.
That's funny.
'Cause
And
the skill
this is the
itself,
build you
it's
chose
actually-
to level 100. I love it.
No, listen, that's how I didn't choose. That's just what I got, man. That's it. You're an actual fucking pinball, man. It's awful. Like, it's really, when you don't get blocked, it feels great. It's fun and stuff. But like,
Oh,
the
that's
problem is, 75% of the time you're running Mario and Ogre and stuff, and you can try into anything.
Damn. Yeah, no,
Like,
I
it
mean,
looks so silly in breaches too. Like in breaches, you because you're surrounded, right? There's too many monsters. You're like charging in place. You're like stuck in place. You're like, trucking along like without moving, and then boom, you slam. So basically, yeah, that needs to change. Like collisions need to change. I don't know how they would. I mean, I think one simple thing they could do is just make it so that the strength gives you pushing power on certain skills. For example, like a skill like
Yeah.
Stampede should be pushing stuff away. Like it's called Stampede.
yeah,
Like,
a lot of people were
Stampede.
saying that in my chat yesterday. They were like, why doesn't strength just like increase your pushing power?
Yeah, like this. I don't think that would make sense because they want the things to make sense physically in the game, right? That's one thing that they said a lot. And a Titan getting stopped by spider when it stampedes does not make sense.
Yep, I agree.
So yeah, so
100%.
that needs to change. All the what would we even go on this tangent?
It was
I
about
got cut off.
Stampede.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that Stampede has that problem. Yeah. So like all the clunk, well, that's part of it, right? Getting blocked, getting pushed around, and like a dog toy or something that needs to go. All the speed stuff, like all the force, like because most of the nodes on the tree that give you damage on the warrior side, just they have penalties to attack speed, and I'm like, why? The skills themselves have penalties to attack speed. Sometimes they have added attack time to them, like flat attack time added to them.
Yeah.
And then you have a reduced attack speed on the tree. It just feels bad. It just doesn't really accomplish much. It just makes everything feel clunky.
Yeah, a lot of the
especially in a game
nodes
like
I've
that.
taken as well is like negative attack speed, and I'm like, oh god, like all my
Yeah,
powerful
exactly.
nodes have that. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and I don't click them. Like some of them I just don't click. I'm like, no, I don't. No, stop it.
Yeah.
It's like I'm clicking all the attack speed, all the skill speed, and yeah. Also,
Yeah.
the slows in the game don't work properly. Like Temp Chain says 7%, it is not 7%.
Right.
Like you feel twice slow on a warrior. when you temp chain, even though it's 7%, or when you chill for 10%.
I
And I
believe
did
that.
some testing. Yeah, I did some testing. With the timer and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is definitely not 7%.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It's like obviously it's like since this is my first time really playing melee, because my first build was melee, but that was a shockwave totem, which isn't really melee. Um,
Yeah.
and it is like a whole new game, dude.
Yeah, it is. It
It
is.
is a completely different game. So I've been very surprised. I've been surprised people are playing melee that much. Well, okay, it's not melee because monk is fine. Monk is great.
Yeah, that's what I said more most of the time, because I haven't played Monk yet. I haven't really watched people play too much, because I think it's better if I don't see what other people look like.
I think that's better, Karin. Did you see the Reddit meme?
The meme, yeah, I saw the meme. You just
Yeah.
insert warrior instead of monk, and then it's
Yeah,
it's very accurate.
yeah. That was a good one.
But yeah, so the speed, the stuns, the getting pushed away, getting blocked. I'm trying to think of what are the big things. Actually, I have notes. I should look at my notes. Every time I have something that pisses me
And
off and I
armor.
want to talk about, yeah, obviously like armor, life, like defenses in general are really bad. Like the fact that Titan is the squishiest class is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah,
It's one of the squishiest class.
I
That's
agree with
actually kind of
that.
crazy.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, a lot of people in my
Yeah.
chat were like, "Man, I rolled warrior because I wanted to be big and tanky. I didn't know I was picking the squishiest class."
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's part with the thing is like they pre-nerfed everything about Warrior 2. The info we had before the game came out in early access. Well, everything got changed, and they nerfed a bunch of the skills. Like Stampede is one of them that used to, on paper, Stampede looked amazing. That's
Hmm.
why one of the things that made me really excited for Warrior and PV2 was, Stampede looked like a 6 scale, no cooldown, had good number on it and stuff. But then they just nerfed the gem. They kind of got the numbers on it, so now it just becomes a armor explosion vector and nothing else.
Yeah.
And they nerfed all the nodes, like the armor node, for example, on Titan was used to be 100% more armor from the body. Now it's 50%.
Right.
The life used to be 15% more, 20% more. Now it's 15%.
Which is crazy
The,
because even if they had their full power, armor still wouldn't be in a good spot.
you still not use any of that. Because I don't know if it's intentional. I'm kind of wondering if it is because when they started working on PV2, they were still on the P1, the old P1 armor formula, or if it's intentional.
I'm not sure. I was joking a little bit that it almost feels like there's two different teams. And then I saw that Reddit post right afterwards because there was like one team that like did not get the memo about things being slowed down. And I'm just full hitting the entire screen. And then you have like, the monsters are rushing you, but Titans have like abilities that require 3 seconds to set up.
Exactly.
And I'm like, what is happening? So like,
Exactly.
obviously
Yeah, that
like
is a fun.
it is early access and a lot of things need to change, but that was so funny to me.
Yeah, that's part of the problem too, because it feels like you're playing. When you play Warrior, you feel like you're playing a PV2 character, but in PV1. That's what
Yeah,
it feels.
yeah.
Like,
Oh my god, that's true.
it's like there's just as many monsters. They're just as fast. They fuck you up just as much,
Yeah.
but you just can't move and you attack. You have to consult your lawyer before you can get an attack off, so they can see with GG if you're allowed to. And usually it takes 7 business days to come back to you.
Damn. Yeah, no, it's
But,
hopefully we'll see a lot of love for melee. Or particularly maces. Oh, speaking of
yeah,
Cloak of Flame. Nice.
there you go. Nice.
Second one.
But yeah, so like, just let us like perform your actions quickly enough, but disincentivize the scaling attack speed. That's all. And don't need to like reduce attack speed. Just make it so like scaling attack speed is not really valuable. So that you only do
So
it as a quality of life thing.
you've been playing melee in PoE1 for a long time, and you played when Impaler was a thing. Did you still enjoy melee when they basically made it an AoE?
What do you mean by that?
With like Ground Slam Impaler, right? It wasn't really
Yeah.
melee anymore, but did you still enjoy
Okay,
it?
no,
Like,
it
was it
was
still...
melee. It was melee. I loved it. I made that video.
Okay,
I
cool.
loved
No,
it.
like, I mean, I think that's a mega cope calling the full screen thing melee.
It was not full screen. Okay, there's a difference. Okay, melee is not just auto attacking one single monster at a time. That's not melee. Okay, melee is smacking you mace on the ground or whatever, or you axe and smack him also with him with whatever AoEs. Like, it's fine. Like you don't,
Okay,
melee
cool.
does not
Well,
mean
that
I have
was
to
mostly
fight
what I
bosses
was
one by
asking.
one.
If you
Yeah, no, I don't.
like, do you
I'm not.
I'm basically asking, do you think making melee less melee is a good solution?
I mean, to be well, I mean, making melee less melee is always gonna make melee better. That's just the sad truth.
Yeah, because it's like
Like,
a little bit. Wow, I just got 680 tribute from a full 3 ritual altars. That's sad. I feel it's a little bit like, would you rather have a gun or a knife?
yeah, like this is one of the reasons I even play Earthshadow right now. Like, I play Earthshadow because it gives me range option. Like when there's a rare monster with the temporal bubble, mana
Yeah.
siphoner, and a bunch of explosions on top of him, like you don't want to be in there.
Also, whenever you play a spell build, can you make some sort of announcement? Because I just want to see your face when you play not melee. I think it'll be a fun reaction. I think I'll really enjoy it.
I mean, yeah, after I'm done with the warrior, if
Nice.
honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna finish the 100 thing, but I will. I feel like I'm kind of set on it, so I'll
Yeah.
try to finish it. And then after that, yeah, after that,
I
I'm
mean, it
logging
is
off the warrior and then
kind of
logging back
cool,
in.
right? To be making Path of Exile history. You might be the only person getting a mace skill to
Uh,
level 100.
Yeah, I know. That's why I gotta do it, dude.
Gotta do it,
'Cause I
dude.
wanna try to. Yeah, I gotta do it.
Dude,
Try to
I'm
think
doing
there's
Valve
something else.
factories right now, and it is just not
Yeah,
fun.
I know. I see that. That's yeah. That is exactly what I'm talking about, dude.
It's rough.
It's pretty.
It's not
Yes.
even fun on
That's
Spark.
yeah. I guess on Spock it's fine. It doesn't
No,
matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
still not fun. It's like, there's something with like leveled terrain where suddenly it just stops casting my spell.
Ah, with elevation maybe. Okay, I see.
Yeah, it's really annoying. It's like it goes under the map or something. Not
Oh
enjoyable.
yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, mana cost is another thing that's actually
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
make
I
any
saw you
sense.
tweet about that. You like leveled up your
Oh my.
skill and you couldn't use it anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, okay, I'm just gonna go on another rant here because
Sure.
that's a problem that's been like it's a decade-long problem again. Like, why am I playing a melee character? What do I need to channel arcane power to smack my mace on the ground? Like why? Or to smack a monster on the head with an axe or mace? Why?
So, do you
Like hammer.
think melee should have no mana cost then?
I think so. It doesn't make any sense. I don't. Okay, I don't know. See, this is a problem. All these things. One thing that pisses me off is there's all these things that they do because they make sense, in the game or like thematically, whatever. And then they do other things that don't make sense thematically. That I feel like this only applies when something will be beneficial to you. So if
Right.
oh sorry, detrimental to you, the thematics thing.
Yeah.
But for example, thematically, why would you need mana to use an attack, a melee attack? I don't know, but it's there. Probably just because they want you to have like
So it's
resources and
empowered by
whatever.
the
Okay.
spirits, Karn. It's empowered by the
Okay.
spirits.
Okay. But like right now, for example, hammer of the gods. If you want to scale its damage properly, you need level 2 melee skills. And if you do that, and let's say you scale it to the maximum, your hammer starts costing like between 1.5 to 2k mana. That's crazy. Like if I'm gonna have to stack this much mana, I might as well play Archmage and not play melee.
That's fair. Um,
And people say bad magic, but bad magic is not even an option because you have 4k life and you spend 2k mana, 2k life. Like what is that?
yeah.
No.
Speaking of plus level of skills, totems in PoE 2 are completely like they don't scale off your weapon at all. Do you think that was a good
Yeah.
direction, or do you prefer the way like War Chief was in PoE 1?
Honestly, don't know. It makes some difference. So I think it makes you're more like a spellcaster because your melee weapon doesn't matter anymore. It's only melee skills. But I'm not sure honestly.
I found it
I,
a
I
little
don't think.
odd personally because the only stat pretty much, at least that I found, that matters on your weapon is like melee skills, well, and crit multi, I guess, because that's global. But melee skills and crit multi. But then on your skill tree, you can take things that are like you doing more damage, like attack speed, or damage with two-handed weapons. Like that works.
Oh, that works.
Yeah, so it's
I
not
mean,
like a minion either where only totem damage scales your damage. So that was really odd.
I know. I guess it makes sense. I guess it's more like a attack spell. It's like an attack that has its own base damage, its own weapon. So weapon
Yeah.
damage would still work.
Yeah.
Like a yeah, I can see it working. Yeah, no.
It's a little odd.
Yeah, it is. But I
Yeah, I
think
don't know.
I'm okay with it. I don't have a strong opinion on this. I
That's
think
fair.
it's just different and that's it. I think. I
Yeah,
don't mind
I was
it
just
too much.
curious. I still think it
Yeah.
can like work pretty well. It's one of the builds. It's just such a pain to get gear for it in SSF, so I've been trying to
Yeah.
farm that. But I actually have +6 mace now, so
Yeah. I do think it's good that it's just it works differently.
nice.
It's more interesting. So yeah. And yeah, so the mana thing. So like, because I'm pretty sure they always said that originally accuracy was a thing for attacks, and could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think their reasoning was okay. Casters and spells have to deal with mana, and attacks whatever have to deal with accuracy. That's what this. I remember them saying this like almost word to word.
I
But right now,
don't remember, but maybe it sounds like something they could have said.
yeah. But right now, like casters have to deal with mana, yeah, sure, but they don't have to deal with accuracy. But if you play an attack build, melee, whatever, you have to deal with both.
Yeah,
So like, if you have to deal with accuracy, why do you have to deal with mana? If
yeah.
that's supposed to be the equivalent.
This is where the monkey paw curls. Melee no longer
Yeah.
costs mana. Reduce the damage of all melee skills by 300%.
I mean, like I don't think like mana being such a big issue. I guess it is like especially extreme right now. Like the mana costs are completely out of control. It's actually like without mana leash, Warrior is unplayable right now. I don't know how you play with a mana
Damn.
leash. It's like you
That's-
attack, you can leap slam 3 times and you're out of mana if you level your leap slam. 3 times, 3 leap slams you're out of mana.
That's actually crazy.
One hammer right now I'm out of mana, and it's just because CP did not get melee skills, because otherwise I would not be able to use it.
Wow.
I had to like not put on. I had like a bunch of weapon brigades that I can't put on because they make my hammer cost too much mana. So I literally cannot upgrade my gear. Because if I want to, I would need to have mana on my gear.
Damn.
And I think that doesn't make sense.
That's pretty rough. I mean, melee doesn't sound like it's in an ideal spot for sure. I'm glad I'm not playing it. I'm glad you're playing it.
Yeah, I mean, someone has to, because otherwise it's gonna stay this way.
Yeah. You're taking one for the team, Karn. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hopefully DDD gives melee some love.
Yeah, I honestly don't think it's gonna take that much for it to start feeling good. At least like just the speed thing, the collision stuff. Well, mana obviously. See, that's one of the things that worries me. Like I'm not too worried about all the things that can be fixed, because it's early access. There's a lot of things they can just fix, or and that's fine. Just gonna like, take time. I'm not worried about that, but I'm very worried about the conscious design decisions.
Like what?
When it comes to like the mana thing, for example, on melee,
Right.
like that right now, it's like it's crazy. The mana costs are just out of control. That just I'm worried that they actually want to stick to that. The collision stuff, I'm also worried about that.
Yeah.
The speed stuff too, I'm worried about. I mean, basically all the problems Warrior has, I'm worried that they just want to stick to that, and I think that would be very bad. That would just make it like honestly, if these things don't change, I'm never touching Warrior. I
Damn.
don't think anybody should touch that class.
So what is
Or
your next
Mace.
build?
I don't know actually. I think. I mean, I got all the stuff to stats. I got pillar with Hawa, a bunch of them, so I can just valor them and see what happens. But I don't know. It's like I honestly have no idea what I would play. It's like people keep saying that Monk melee is good. Maybe I'll try that. I kind of want to play Dead Eye too because that looks so much better, so much more fun.
Yeah.
I want to play everything anyway before game releases, so I'll play everything.
Yeah, same. I've been trying a lot of different builds. Right now, the main thing I'm working on is Artillery Ballista, Hand of Wisdom in action. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of sad that it's like Ballista only because Ballistas have so many issues. Like bow can get +1 arrow on implicit, explicit, and Val. Like so Val, implicit, and explosives, you can get +3 arrows on one bow. And that crossbow has some pseudo equivalents, like +1 bolt or +1 reload and grenade and stuff. But they don't work. None of those work on artillery ballista. So I'm like, awesome, cool.
Oh. Yeah. You trying to play EA Totems again, dude? Like seriously.
I'm basically playing EA, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those are kind of crazy. Like when I saw the base first, I was like, what is that? Why is that a base? Why'd you get
Yeah.
+1 arrow like that?
Yeah,
You
it's
seriously?
kind of crazy. It's also a little sad because it makes like the other bases just terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't use anything but that base, right? There's no point.
Yeah, pretty mumuch. Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's a bit rough. But yeah,
Mm.
I mean, we have a good list of like melee things to fix then at least. Hopefully we'll get...
Also, one thing that I just remembered, there's no curse. Yeah, the curses are, you have no curse to use and you have no good auras. So
Right.
that doesn't help also. Like the Vuln, for example, you need a bunch of int for it, and all it does is reduce the armor a little bit. But I mean, you instantly break the armor anyway on Warrior, that's how you play it.
Yeah.
You just always get armor break. So it doesn't do anything, and yeah. I'm trying to say. Yeah, one thing that's
Wait,
weird
what about
too.
vulnerability?
Oh, that's what I mean. Vulnerability. It doesn't do anything.
Oh.
It just reduces. It's like I think all it does is reduce the armor by X amount around you.
Okay.
Well, no, when you're on the curse target, which is completely irrelevant because you want to fully break the armor, so you always have a way to armor break anyway.
Yeah.
So
That
it's
makes
completely
sense.
useless. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, on Warbringer I did the negative armor break thing, but it was kind of hard to notice how good the negative armor break was.
Yeah, that was what I wanted to do Warbringer for that, but since we didn't know how negative armor would scale, it was a bit too risky, so I didn't do it.
Yeah, it might be good. It's just kind of hard to tell for me. I ended up using like armor break and sunder instead for the guaranteed crit, and that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool, awesome. Thanks so much for joining me for a farm talk. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. It was, I'm always down to to talk about this because I think we need to talk about these things. There's not that
Yeah.
many people playing melee, and I feel like there's a lot of things that people don't know or don't realize. People don't realize how bad it is.
Yeah, after playing melee, I wanted to make like a little rant video anyway, so I'm still gonna do that and just like just to make sure GGG know. I'm sure they know a
Yeah,
lot of it already, but it doesn't. It's EA. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to talk about it.
yeah. I've been taking notes the entire time I'm playing. Every time something pisses me off, I'm mad about something. I just write it down. And I have a list now. I need to record. I need to start.
Yeah, you should make a video.
Yeah.
You should make a video. But yeah, that was Karn, everybody. We'll link Karn in the description. Really awesome. Good friend of mine. Lives really close to me. I can't wait to go on walks and shit again after the subathon's over. And yeah, thank you so much, dude. I'll see you
Yeah,
soon.
thank you, dude. Yeah, see you around, dude. Bye-bye.
Bye. Alright, hope you all enjoyed another episode of Farm Talk. That was Karn, really good dude. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you want more Farm Talks. Thanks for watching. Try to die less than I do.